CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Havana calling. CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Radio Havana calling all shortwave listeners and radio amateurs. Welcome to... The Xers Unlimited, Radio Havana's weekly feature dedicated to the fascinating world of radio communications.
Hi, mis amigos radio aficionados. Welcome to this, the weekend edition of your favorite listener-oriented and technically minded radio hobby program. Coming today, once again, directly from right next to my ham radio station, Charlie Oscar 2 Kilo Kilo. Exactly as it happened about 21 years ago, on the 27th of October of 1998, when I was sending an advance warning on 40 meters to radio amateurs in the Caribbean and Central America, as the huge Hurricane Mitch was approaching the area. As many of you that heard that program remember very well years ago, a great number of radio amateurs in the Caribbean participated in a large-scale communications effort related to one of the most powerful storms ever seen in the area ever. Radio amateurs in Canada, the United States of America, South America, and even from Europe helped by providing relays on the 40 meters band when long skip made it impossible to work on that band. And, as expected, practically all the 2 meter band repeaters in the affected areas, Central America, were damaged or totally destroyed by the hurricane force winds, landslides, and the lack of commercial power. The availability of 80 and 40 meter band amateur equipment, transceivers that can operate using small generators or even car batteries, proved to be a great asset when weather or earthquake emergencies destroy local telecom facilities or makes them, using them, almost impossible due to the fact that excessive traffic generated during the emergency just blocks the cell phone towers. 40 meter band long distance relays of weather data for stations located in the affected areas and the forecast centers was vitally important too. Ani Coro, Radio Amateur 02KK, your friend here in Havana, and host of this twice weekly radio hobby program, devoted entirely to our wonderful hobby, yours and mine, the one you and I enjoy so much, radio. Now, here's item 2 of today's program, a detailed explanation of why emergency communications provided by amateur radio operators are really essential during hurricanes, tornadoes, and earthquakes, as well as large-scale accidents. Hence, using portable equipment that can be powered from standby power sources are able to keep vital links to the affected areas. Among the important information sent provided on those two-way links are the basic weather data, basic weather parameters, taken at places where there are no official weather stations, advance warning from possible flooding, and help during search and rescue operations to become the communication displayed by the amateur radio links are used to help medical and aid workers to select landing sites for helicopters and airport rescue trucks from low-flying cargo planes, and in general to keep things moving during the post-hurricane period where the telecom network and the electricity network are still down out of service. Sí, amigos, among the most interesting aspects of the way ham amateur operators provide emergency communications is our simple antenna system, low-power radios, and good, and yes, I must say, very well-trained operators combined to keep communications, vital communications flowing. Most of present-day amateur disaster area communications is done using high-frequency line stations that operate on single-side line roads. But the increasing availability of portable lower-cost laptops makes this computers encouraging to use a digital radio link, which are much more reliable, use less power in depth, and are just going to introduce the other countries operate but lower price computers that are now available and make it possible implementing keyboard to keyboard emergency communication links by amateurs in less wealthy parts of the world. More about emergency communications during natural disasters. And here at the Xers Unlimited Weekend Edition, coming to you directly from my home QTH, right next to CO2KK, my amateur radio station that is now part of the 1 or 2, but actually 3 emergency communications networks on the 20, 40, and 2 meter band. Now let's take another break. I'll be back in a few seconds. Send your general reports and comments to info@rnc.email.cu. The name of the show is The Xers Unlimited. I'm on the Coro, the host, and our URL is www.radio.com. Again, that's the radio. www.radio.com. You may nowadays download from many internet sites a large number of very interesting files dealing with antennas, shortwave propagation conditions, solar activity, etc. They must be working on reliable radio stations. And next, the maximum use of the having electric communication for everyone is done. Directly from it, send to info@enet.cu. info@enet.cu. And now, the next item. Each edition of the big worldwide ham radio contest like the CW Worldwide SSP or the ARRL 10 million-band contest or the WPX Prefix contest has quite a few $100 payout to radios. How is to increase their total number of countries worth, or DX entities as they are called nowadays. Many Cuban radio amateurs, both old and new, participate in those challenging and interesting events, and some of them have achieved very good results too. You're listening to DX's Unlimited Weekend Edition. The audio quality of this show is intentionally limited to a 5 kHz bandwidth to increase the probability of voice reception. If you ever wanted to know about audio response and its effectiveness, here is a good example of what happens when the bandwidth is restricted between 300 and 4,000 kHz or cycles per second. If you ever wanted to know about audio response, here is a good example of what happens when the bandwidth is restricted between the 300 and 3,000 Hz or cycles per second bandwidth. You will notice that the voice gets through much better when restricted audio bandwidth is used to actually improve reception for you, as more of the transmitted power output is used to modulate the frequencies to which your ears respond best. In the next edition, I'll tell you about a very interesting antenna, easily built with scrap material that will boost your efficiency as a standard station for communications during emergency on the much-needed 2-meter band. Send your killer reports, USL requests, and radio related questions to info@rhc@enet.cu or via airmail to Arnie Coro, Radio Havana, Cuba. The solar activity update, solar trucks, around 70 units, and many days, one after the other, without stockouts. So, fluorescent conditions are not good on the higher frequency band. See you at the middle of the week edition of DX's Unlimited on the air next Tuesday and Wednesday UTC days, just a good half hour in this time.
And that's all for today. This is Arnie Coro, Radio Amateur 202KK, your host here at Radio 73 and very good DX.
Thank you, Arnie Coro with DX's Unlimited, heard twice a week, the weekend edition and the midweek edition here on Radio Havana, Cuba with Arnie Coro.